Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your trusted host and purveyor of all things informative and absurd. Now tonight we have a segment that is guaranteed to bend your mind and question the boundaries of reality. We're diving headfirst into the deep and murky waters of international intrigue. Our question of the hour: what is the Wagner Group and why on earth is it making headlines all over the globe? Well, get ready to unlock the mystery surrounding this secretive paramilitary organization as we peel back the layers of its existence. We're talking about a group with ties to the Russian government, operating in the shadows and causing a stir in conflicts around the world. Join us as we embark on this gripping journey. Together we'll unravel the mystery of the Wagner Group. But hey, don't keep all that knowledge to yourself. Join our community of curious minds by subscribing right now. When you do, drop us a comment saying, "I subscribe," to let us know you're on board. We'll do our best to respond and engage with your questions and suggestions. Together, let's uncover the hidden secrets and untold tales on casual history. Let's delve into the world of the Wagner Group, a shadowy Russian mercenary private security company with deep-rooted connections to the Kremlin. For over a decade, this elusive entity has etched its name in the annals of infamy. Its presence has been felt in a multitude of conflict zones, from the tumultuous lands of Syria and Mali to the sun-drenched shores of Mozambique. Wagner, in essence, serves as an instrument of the Russian government, a proxy on the battlefield. Understanding the Wagner Group is akin to grasping at smoke. Their operations involve deploying armed personnel to various nations, a role that resembles that of mercenaries, yet one that defies easy categorization. Often labeled as a private military company, Wagner operates as a nebulous network, entwined with a web of companies and financial intermediaries. Their intricate organizational structure and elusive financial ties shroud them in a cloak of opacity, making accountability a daunting task. The group made its initial foray onto the world stage in 2014, during Russia's contentious annexation of Crimea and its support for pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine. Remember those mysterious soldiers, those little green men, whose identity remained concealed behind unmarked uniforms? They were believed to be linked to the Wagner Group. The group's moniker derives from Richard Wagner, the renowned German composer. Dmitry Utkin, a former Russian military special forces officer, stands as the group's founder. But there's more to this puzzle. Enter Yevgeny Prigozhin, a Russian oligarch of note. At first, Prigozhin vehemently denied any association with Wagner. However, as time went by, he emerged from the depths, acknowledging his involvement. Prigozhin asserts that he birthed the group in 2014, officially registering it as a consulting business. An intriguing milestone in the Wagner saga unfolded with the establishment of their headquarters in St. Petersburg. A significant leap as it marked their first tangible presence on paper and property. Let it be known that the existence of PMCs on Russian soil is, technically speaking, illegal. As for the intricacies of Prigozhin's relationship with Vladimir Putin, they remain a subject left to the shadows. Regarding Yevgeny Prigozhin, his association with Putin can be traced back to their shared origins in St. Petersburg during the 1990s. From humble beginnings as a hot dog vendor, Prigozhin rose to own a multitude of restaurants, attracting the attention of none other than Putin himself, who frequented his establishments. With Putin's ascent to the presidency, Prigozhin secured highly lucrative catering contracts, including those for the Russian military. This led to his moniker as Putin's chef and propelled him to great wealth, political influence, and the establishment of a media empire. Now, turning our focus back to the Wagner Group, since their emergence in Ukraine in 2014, they have expanded their reach to encompass no fewer than 8 additional countries. Among the confirmed locations of their operations are Syria, where they provide support to President Bashar al-Assad's forces, and Venezuela during their widespread protests. In Africa, the Wagner Group has honed in on nations plagued by governance challenges and ongoing security issues, leveraging their presence to gain access to abundant natural resources. Their modus operandi involves offering military muscle and protection in exchange for entry into extractive industries, such as diamond, gold, and oil mining. These insights provide a general overview of the Wagner Group and its endeavors, as well as shedding light on the connection between Yevgeny Prigozhin and Vladimir Putin. The connection between the Wagner Group and the Russian government holds considerable political significance, driven by Russia's broader interests in Africa and its desire to establish itself as a viable alternative to Western influence. In contexts where Western-led solutions are deemed insufficient, Russia views Wagner as a strategic tool for expanding its influence. The relationship between Wagner and the Russian government mutually reinforces their respective security objectives. An illustrative case is the Central African Republic, where President Faustin Archange Touadera sought Russian assistance in combating rebel groups back in 2017. Russia responded by providing weaponry, military trainers, and deploying Wagner forces alongside official Russian deployments. Notably, a company connected to Prigozhin secured lucrative mining licenses for diamonds and gold in the Central African Republic in 2018. Over time, Wagner became deeply entrenched in the country, even accompanying the president during his election campaign. The United Nations estimates that there are now several thousand Wagner operatives in the country, with accusations of human rights abuses, including arbitrary detentions, torture, disappearances, and summary executions. Similar patterns of violations have been observed in other theaters of Wagner's operations, such as Mali, where they have been active since 2021. In Mali, Wagner forces, in collaboration with the Malian military, have been accused of executing hundreds of individuals. However, the likelihood of holding the Wagner Group accountable for these actions is low due to various factors. Complicity or participation of government forces and local actors alongside Wagner complicates efforts to establish accountability. Additionally, international laws governing mercenaries face significant challenges when it comes to enforcement. The absence of a clear entity or organization willing to take action further diminishes the prospects for meaningful accountability. In Ukraine, the operations of the Wagner Group diverge in approach and scale compared to their activities in other countries. In certain instances, Wagner has functioned as a military unit, achieving significant gains on behalf of the Russian side. Notably, they captured the town of Soledar in January, which marked a substantial advance for the Russian forces. Wagner has played a prominent role in areas like Bakhmut, assuming a leading role in frontline combat and territorial expansion. The composition of Wagner forces in Ukraine is noteworthy. According to U.S. estimates, approximately 90% of the fighters are Russian convicts recruited from prisons, enticed with the promise of freedom after serving 6 months on the battlefield. There have been reports indicating that the Wagner Group has utilized these individuals as expendable assets, essentially employing them as cannon fodder. The overt manner in which Wagner operates in Ukraine presents new challenges for both the group and the Russian government, which has consistently denied its existence officially. Wagner has served as a useful tool for Russia, offering plausible deniability to the Kremlin in case of any unforeseen complications. However, the group's increased visibility and involvement in Ukraine have introduced fresh dynamics and rivalries, including tensions between Prigozhin and top military leaders within Russia. Prigozhin has accused them of treason for failing to supply adequate ammunition to his personnel. Speculation abounds regarding Prigozhin's motives and ambitions. It is believed that he is leveraging the opportunities presented by the war in Ukraine and Wagner's role in the conflict to augment his political power and influence. Prigozhin envisions himself as a trusted advisor to President Putin and has fostered rivalries within the Russian military establishment. However, his position and influence hinge on delivering victories. It is important to acknowledge that various perspectives and analyses exist regarding Prigozhin's motivations and strategies. Some view him as driven by personal ambitions, while others perceive him as a tool manipulated by the Russian government. As of now, reports suggest that Yevgeny Prigozhin, the leader of the Wagner Group, has engaged in confrontations with other factions in the weirdest coup plot of all time, only to retract those challenges later and relocate to different areas. These recent developments have raised questions about the group's activities in Belarus. Although the exact nature of their involvement there remains uncertain, the situation continues to evolve, leaving many unanswered questions about the current actions and intentions of the Wagner Group. Before we conclude, I invite you to embark on an extraordinary journey. Direct your attention to the top of your screen, where an enthralling narrative awaits. Enter the realm of the Mandela effect, a phenomenon that challenges our collective memory and raises captivating questions about the nature of reality. Prepare to be captivated as you delve into a world where alternate timelines and shifting perceptions blur the boundaries of truth. This journey will leave you contemplating the intricacies of our minds and the enigmatic mysteries that lie beyond our grasp. So, my friends, take the next step and click on the next video to unravel the secrets of the Mandela effect. So, my friends, take the next step and click on the next video to unravel the secrets of the Mandela effect. Enjoy the voyage.